Hey everyone, so welcome back to stream. Doing some Tetris 99 today for a little bit. I wasn't sure I was going to do any stream today, and frankly, my intent wasn't to stream today. Just so happened that I wanted to do this because I think I talked about this a little bit yesterday, but there's a tournament thing going on right now, this Invictus thing going on. I've had like quite a few of these Tetris tournaments in the past, and I figured I would go ahead and participate in this and see if I can get my score high enough to get one of the winnings. Hey Ember, welcome to stream. Good to see you. So yeah, doing a little bit of something different. I want to be able to take like a tiny break away from Pokemon for just a day and play this. Actually, was mentioning earlier how I had my intent set on like not streaming today, and I'm probably going to like push that until tomorrow instead now. I want to do this today, that's all, and I want to take a little bit of time away from Pokemon. Oh crap, I'm messing up my surprise. I'm used to playing handheld mode. But yeah, I'm going to be spending a lot of time with this game, and not on stream, just in general. I want to get some time with this, and I also need to do like some house cleaning, and supposed to be going to Walmart in a little bit, but it's a Sunday, probably busy, so I decided to hold off until a little bit later when I know people would probably be around at church. So, welcome everyone, hope you're all doing good. Not really had super eventful day myself, just like trying to figure out what to do today. Spent a little bit of time watching some One Piece and like thinking about like some new shows to check out. Not really anything amazingly entertaining, but yeah, you get the gist. It's been an ordinary weekend, at least for me. Hope you're all having more interesting weeks than myself. Hold on, I'll try to read the chat in a second. This game requires a lot of concentration. The moment I start peeling my eyes away from this is the moment I start screwing up. This isn't like Pokemon where I can afford to like check whenever I feel like, or any more laid back games have to be like watching when my opponents try to drop shit on me. All it takes is like a few seconds for everything to go fucking haywire in Tetris. I used to be like really bad at Tetris, then whenever Tetris 99 came out, I actually started playing this quite a bit, and I'm not sure how, but I got like a lot better. I guess I just kept like playing it for a long amount of time, and must have like something clicked with me. I played so many Tetris games in the past, and like I gave up on ever getting good at it until I played this, and then something changed. I'm gonna say, even like when I didn't like it, Tetris has always been like a really respectable franchise. It's got like a huge following. Also got some really good music. It's like one of the top selling video game franchises out there, like with Pokemon, so definitely big. I think I can try to check over chat. Got a full odds Kingler, that's pretty nice. I mean, I'm not really having the best luck, and I'm the worst luck in Pokemon. Let's see. I think it's like 3 days ago, I'm not certain, but yeah, I got my shiny Slowpoke not that long ago, and actually just got somebody who offered me like a raid on a shiny, what's the name I'm thinking of? Milcery, that's it, yeah, I didn't remember the name of it too well. The pre-evo of Alcream, and caught that. They didn't ask me for anything in return, I was willing to pay them back. I was like really thankful for that. And because it's like from the event, it's Gmax capable when I evolve it, so I can like pick whatever Alcream I want to evolve it into and get which one I want to. Plus it's got the benefit of being a Gmax, so that's going to be fun. Probably mess with that when I'm like team building. I may not be actually doing anything with that on stream, but I mean, yeah, I'll do the team building on stream. I actually just now saw they had like another code to like the stuff you can redeem, so now I can actually switch my Lapple over to the build I wanted on. Ooh, this is getting dicey. Make no mistake, when I say I've gotten better at Tetris, I'm not saying I'm like some great Tetris player. I am still absolutely trash tier at Tetris, but I used to be so much worse, and I got like to the point where I can actually do decently. Like I can win matches every now and then. I've had like 2 to 3 wins total. I'm not very good. I've had, for whatever reason, like my wins have came always during these tournament things. The first one I remember was when they were doing like the Splatoon themed tourney. I think it was really close to the end too, and I was just like playing like, I enjoyed the game, and I'd gotten decent at it, and I just wanted to collect the themes. I'd gotten a little annoyed when I missed like the first special theme, so I made it a note to try and like keep up with when they released these so I could keep collecting them. Ended up with like one of my last few matches being my first ever win in Tetris, which was fucking crazy just because not only was I really garbage, like I said before, at Tetris, but also the matter that, like, I'm gonna be, like, blatantly honest here. I did shit at basically every Tetris game I played, so I really hadn't won, like, any matches in any Tetris I'd ever played. To fucking win something in Tetris 99, and out of all the Tetris games I could have played, actually kind of blew my mind a little bit, because I was beating, like, all these other people, like 100 people playing Tetris, presumably better at the game than I was, and I won because I had been hard-working enough that I had eventually, like, gotten good at it. It was just a really big moment for me, even though I didn't... It's not like anything really worth bragging about, but it feels like incredible when you're, like, that bad at a game, and then something finally clicks and things start to change up. I'm sure some of you guys can relate to what I'm talking about. Kind of like that with any Battle Royale game, really. Like, I had the same experience when I was playing Fortnite. I stopped caring about it, but I mean, first ever time I won in Fortnite felt really gratifying to finally get that first win. Shame I couldn't really do it on stream, but I kind of got to the point where I stopped enjoying playing it and just started turning into me getting annoyed with it, so I gave up on bothering and not wanting to stream it either. I don't know, maybe one day I'll play it again. Kind of gotten to the point where I don't really care much about Battle Royales anymore. The only one I played anymore is Tetris 99. That's because it's Tetris and different by its very nature. I think if somebody had told me this is going to be a thing like a few years ago, like, I don't know, even in 2017 or 2018, it's announced in 2019, I would have probably laughed at them and called them crazy because, I don't know, the fucking idea of a Tetris Battle Royale still sounded really dumb in my head, and I mean, it didn't sound like something that would ever happen, and turned out to be a really good idea and a really fun game, honestly. You know, like Fortnite? Yeah, I know what you mean. I wasn't, like, ever super big into it, but I ended up, like, trying to get a new shooting game I was into, and kind of got to the point where I liked it. Eventually started enjoying it. I played it on PC first, and I have really bad aim and with the mouse for whatever reason. I have tried to improve it, and I just can't get it actually where I want it and decent, because I always end up getting fucking destroyed when I play multiplayer PC games, so kind of stopped bothering. Got decent in like PC version, but not where I wanted. So then I started playing the Switch version, and I started like doing better and started winning at it. I don't know, something about using a controller is marginally easier for aiming for me. I don't know exactly why, though. Couldn't really say. I'm gonna get fucking screw if I don't get a line block relatively soon. I'm not gonna get one, am I? That was lame. Whatever. The main reason I haven't streamed this very much is there's like two things. I like this game a lot too. Like, you'd be surprised. I'm sure a lot of people would pay attention and notice I'm like playing this a lot in my spare time when I'm bored. But the big reason is easy enough to say, and that's because the gameplay is incredibly repetitive. No matter how you slice or dice Tetris, it's people dropping blocks down on a grid and filling out gaps. At the end of the day, when you're playing Tetris, your only goal is to clear lines and clear as many lines as possible, so it doesn't make the most fascinating to watch. It's kind of cool watching like pros like do really crazy shit in the game and like pulling off all sorts of moves in the game, but it's really limited by its very nature. Just funny because that's actually like the big thing that makes Tetris like so appealing. I feel like it's just simple enough that pretty much anybody can get into it with the right amount of dedication and time. Very, very fun series once you understand how to play it correctly. I'm gonna try and do like 2 hours of this today, but looking at it now, I don't know if I really could justify bothering. Even though I like this game, I feel like this wouldn't be worth the 2 hours of streaming. Not from someone like me, it's not a bad game, I just don't think I've got it in me to make 2 hours of Tetris 99 interesting enough. I actually want to check out some more Tetris games at some point. Like, I played like the demo for Tetris DS back in the day, and I kind of liked that a bit. I didn't really get decent at it, so I ended up like giving up on it way too soon, but I wanted to play that quite a bit and just surrendered before I could ever get decent in the game. Nowadays, now that I've played this, I think I'm prepared for it, and frankly, I think now would be a good time to revisit it. Plus, it's got a really good single player from what I remember, so I'm sure that'd be fun messing around. I know there were like a bunch of Nintendo-themed things going on in it, and also just a matter that like there's like a bunch of unique missions. Funny thing I learned about it, it was on like a Vinesaw stream I was like watching, and like apparently Tetris DS almost ended up like a completely different game and not what we ended up with, like the Nintendo themed game. Like watching it, it was basically like, how do I describe it? It was just, it used both screens. It looked really odd, and they were, let's see if I can remember this. Yeah, they were like doing these weird game modes with it, similar to what they did in the current version of it that exists, but it was not as fascinating to play or as interesting. There were some really weird modes that seemed to like utilize just one screen instead of two, and required you to like mess around the DS in some really strange ways. It was interesting. It's kind of crazy to think that we almost ended up with like a separate version that would have been like totally different from what we got. Game development's always like fascinating to read for me. I always like enjoy like seeing how a game is like made and seeing all the creative process that goes into it and all the different steps that happen. Just looking at the documentaries, I find hearing devs talk about their struggles to be pretty interesting, and can kind of relate to it because I've tried to do something similar with games and I've never really had any success. Alright, it's fine. Won't be missing out on too much, probably just me fucking up and dying. Oh great, I'm gonna be in trouble if I don't do something soon. Need to focus right now, there's a lot of intensity right now going on and I'm in a bad spot. Okay, here. There we go. Can't talk about and read the chat too much right now because this is like actually requiring deep amounts of concentration on the game. I swear, getting somebody off of you in this game when somebody targets you is like near impossible. You have to be like extremely good and continually keep piling as much shit as possible, otherwise they just won't die, and even when I do that, it sometimes feels like it's not enough to get them off me. People in Tetris are fucking persistent. Ooh, where do I place? Okay, here. It's getting bad. Can't have it end here. Absolutely crucial that I do not make a huge fuck up and like seal myself in. If I do, I am basically a dead man. Where to place these? I'm sorry for not reading chat, and I'm like, just like talking to myself. Right now I am like dead focused on playing the game. This is why I mostly do it in my spare time, I think, too. Like I said, it requires a lot of concentration, which right now I am using a lot of concentration to make sure I don't mess up very much. Fuck yeah, we're doing decent. Still getting piled with like tons of junk blocks though. Oh no, why do I have to get the KOs? I'm gonna be a fucking giant target even though I'm just trying to play the game. The double-edged sword, you just try to defend yourself and then you get the kills and people start fucking pouring attacks on you because they want to get badges. Oh shit! I'm gonna be dead at this rate. I made a big fuck up there. Focus. Right now I can't talk until I've got myself out of this situation. Well, I tried. I almost did good. Bye. Taco and friends, thanks for watching, I guess. I don't know what the hell that was about. I mean... yeah, that was really intense. I got kind of close to winning, or not really winning, but I got close to surviving, and that happened. Yeah, I don't know. That guy he's alright, but I don't know what he means by other cray, or what he's... Probably shouldn't say you fall asleep to the streamer's stream. It can be taken the wrong way. I mean, sometimes it's about relaxing and enjoying it that much, but yeah, it can sound a little bit on the rude side. Whatever, I guess. Hi there, welcome to the stream. I'm not sure how to read that. Abishai. I don't know, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. And also... not really interested in doing any versus matches. I am dead focused on the tourney right now. If I go to do matches with the viewers, I would have to sacrifice time I could spend trying to gain points, and I want to make absolutely certain that I'm doing my best and like collect points for the tournament. So, sorry, not today. If I ever stream it again, normally without there being a tournament, I mean, it'll be something I'll be more than happy to consider. not exactly hard to see how people would be focused on playing the main mode while a tournament for gold points is going on, though. God, I need to fucking break this habit of fucking powering shit. I do it from just watching other Tetris players and like trying to adapt to like newer strategies. And I end up doing it way too much. It's really just dangerous though, because the more you tower, the more you risk somebody piling up a bunch of junk blocks on you and fucking caving you in a second. Not safe play at all. By the way, if you guys want to see like a really interesting video, it's about Tetris. I recommend checking out like Video Game Donkey's Tetris video if you haven't already seen it. Made like a really silly but funny video about like a bunch of versions of Tetris that are out there that are all really weird. Most of them probably not very well known. There's some strange shit out there. One of them named like Tetris, and one of them is called like Hatris. There's some strange spin-off ideas that they've made with it. Who owns the rights for Tetris again? I'm actually curious, just because I'm pretty sure it's been licensed out to like a billion different companies to like make God knows how many different versions of it, but I'm not sure who has like the rights to like make the Tetris games and gives the okay to create them. I don't think it's Nintendo. Pretty sure that's not the case. Although they have been definitely spending like a lot of the better Tetris games, like Tetris 99 and Tetris DS, so yeah. Who would have thought that honestly, like, a game about fucking stacking blocks would take the world by storm like this? Gotten a lot bigger than anybody probably could have ever guessed. I'm sure the guy who made Tetris was not expecting this big of a reaction when it started selling well. Oh, hey, you're still around? Welcome back. How do I feel about it? I mean, it's good. I like listening to it. It's basically just the Tetris theme remix, but I've got to be honest, I don't really like too much how there's basically just like one song for the soundtrack for the most part. I mean, I guess it's kind of improved now that they've done all these specialty tournaments and they've had like different music that go along with themes, but for the longest time, yeah, I was literally just listening to the Tetris music, not really much of anything else. Really barren for a soundtrack. So I guess they kind of improved on it with the whole themes idea. It's starting to look kind of like Tetris DS since I actually bothered to bring that up now. With like how many different things you can get and mess around with. For anybody who's played this, how's the DLC for like the single player stuff? Is it good? I've considered buying it. I haven't really took the plunge and never cared enough, but I've considered getting that big block DLC and like messing around with it, since it seems like it'd be an alright way to spend your money playing it and getting more missions and whatnot. Oh, this isn't going so good right now. I'm dead. Oh well, I tried. I'm actually curious. Let's see what this said about the right holder. I want to know who owns Tetris. It doesn't really matter too much. I'm just interested. I think it was like a DOS game or something originally. Tetris has like a really, really fascinating history. Let's see, Google here. Who owns Tetris? Apparently, okay, so it's founded in 1996. That's later than I thought it was. And it says headquarters Honolulu I think it's Hawaii HI. Doesn't really seem to list the company though. Oh, it's just called the Tetris Company. Huh. I guess that makes sense though. It is big. I mean, what better way to advertise that you own Tetris than just putting Tetris Company in your name? Pretty straightforward, honestly. They've done a good job with it. Now, this has been a fun stream already, not like amazing. I'm not going to be streaming it for a long time because I don't really feel like I'm going to have the capacity to keep going that long. It's fun. Even somebody who likes it, it can get not fun after a little bit doing the same thing over and over, but frankly, this has made me actually interested in like checking out some of these games I talked about and like finding other Tetris stuff from like that video I mentioned, just checking out how differently they play. Sure, that'll be a good time. I think that's something I can schedule in the relative future though, not that far off since probably end up being a one-off stream, so it'd be easy to do. It's not even like getting into the matter, people who've probably gone in creating like some really strange Tetris ROM hacks either. I bet there's some good ones out there. Oh, this is looking kind of bad. Speaking of like ROMs and like ROM hacks anyway, since I bothered to I was just talking about like Tetris at the moment, but I don't mind to expand this a little bit. What are some like really big name ROM hacks you guys have heard of out there, like for any game? It doesn't have to be Tetris, it can be anything like Mario, Pokemon, whatever, I guess, really. I think Mario's got like the most ROM hacks out there. Hey Wayne. Yeah, I saw some of your pictures on the Discord. Hope you're enjoying it. Just been wasting away some time before I go out shopping at Walmart, so basically just playing this for some time. It's been fun. Not really a lot going on, but still. You didn't miss out on anything. I've just been trying to win matches. I think the closest I've got on here so far was like number 15 or something. But good to see you nonetheless. Since we went into ROM hacks, I'm going to continue this topic anyway. Yeah, I actually have a lot of them I'm waiting to stream just when I get the right moment. I think I'm going to stream a Mario 64 ROM hack like relatively soon, if you can call it that. I'm not actually sure if it qualifies, but yeah, I'm playing something, basically a Mario 64 randomizer. You give it like a Mario 64 ROM, whether it be like a hacked ROM with a ROM hack or just an ordinary ROM, and it randomizes it for you. I've never messed with this tool before, so I'm like really interested to see exactly how it works. Plus, I don't really hear about people doing like randomizer runs of Mario 64 ever. I hear about them for a lot of games. Like I've heard of a Metroid, yeah, Super Metroid randomizer, one for Link to the Past, I think. Let's see, what else is there that's big? I think there's like a Binding of Isaac thing too, and like some roguelikes. Like a lot of big older games have randomizers, I'm pretty sure. They're fun to mess around with just because it gives you something different to talk about in your run. Like some new experience for an old game. I think one of my favorites is something that's not even like single player, because I mentioned Team Fortress 2 yesterday. I actually remember I used to play the TF2 randomizer quite a bit back in the day, and I found that to be a ton of fun. And I remember playing it, like, I wouldn't play it, like, super frequently because I just had some trouble finding servers for it, I guess, but basically I would go on and play it for, like, hours whenever I'd find it and just really enjoy it. Whereas, like, actually, I don't know, there aren't many others that I can think of that I've actually messed with, at least not that I remember. I've definitely had plenty of interest in trying another randomizer, though. They're a hell of an interesting experience to use, that's for sure. Seeing just exactly what it'll do to your game and what kind of neat stuff happens. Oh shit, oh shit. I think this is the end. Yeah, I'm not even surprised. There's gonna be those rounds where things go completely bad and then not good at all, whereas we'll have these other rounds that'll come close to like top 5. Yeah, I know there's some in Zelda. I haven't heard like a lot of them. Last one I remember seeing that was unique was like a ROM hack of Ocarina of Time, surprisingly, which you wouldn't think is big for ROMs considering 3D game, which means harder ROM hack development, but nope, there's people making them for Ocarina of Time, and they're pretty interesting. If you don't know a lot of them, I can definitely say, I'm gonna probably butcher this, maybe I'm saying it right, Kaze Emmanuel, I think that's how you say it, yeah, that guy, he makes Mario 64 ROM hacks for fun, and he has made like a good chunk of the Mario 64 ROM hacks. He's got some really good ones too. He's responsible for like the multiplayer mod. He also made like the infamous Mario 64 Chaos Edition. Let's see, what else was there? I'm trying to think of which ones he's made that have been big. None of them come to mind though. Aside from one that's really fucking stupid, I don't think it's that big. It was called like Wheelchair Mario. You jump around a wheelchair, it looks really damn dumb, I'm not gonna lie. He also made like some in like, even like, before it got like really big, like, I think he made that like Star Road hack, if I'm not mistaken, like the one that was like proclaimed as like extremely good and basically good enough to be a proper sequel to Mario 64. But he's got a lot of talent. He knows how to make really good ones, and he can make some crazy ROM hacks. They're all worth checking out. Another fun one he made, it's dumb, I haven't really played it myself, but it looks like it'd be worth the laugh. It's called Waluigi's Taco Stand. It's based off of some stupid fanfic somebody wrote, and yet it's actually not that bad looking. Only other one that comes to mind, and I'm not even sure he made it, would be like a Desert Bus one. It's like Desert Bus 64 or some shit. He made that as a joke. He's made a lot of really stupid shitposty hacks alongside like a lot of really good hacks. I do like his content though. He makes some fun stuff, honestly. I've checked out a few of them, never really on stream, but I wouldn't be against it, frankly. I was actually going to stream a Mario 64 hack not that long from now, and it was either going to be like, say, the Chaos Edition, or playing like Mario 64 Kaizo Edition. I think Kaizo Edition may not be as worthwhile, considering it's just somebody putting up a bunch of shit in the base game, trying to make it ludicrously difficult. You could say that's in line with Kaizo, but I'm not sure I would even be like inclined to agree, since Kaizo hacks usually have like unique levels to them and are actually engaging and somewhat fun to play, whereas this hack was like not really that interesting and kind of didn't do more than the bare minimum. Oh shit, I'm not even surprised I'm getting worse right now, having some bad rounds. God damn it. That's just this game for you, though. Like I said, you get bad rounds, you get good rounds. Oh, fuck. What are some, like, other really... talked about Tetris earlier. I'm gonna move away from the ROM hack topic for a little bit. I'm not bringing it back up, but yeah, what are some other like noteworthy puzzle games out there? Like just thinking, I know Puyo Puyo was pretty big, and it was big enough that it got a crossover with Tetris. After all, you don't hear about them a whole lot. I know about some of the ones that are made specifically to garner a reaction, like that Honey Pop game. But I'm thinking like stuff that everybody knows and isn't just for meme value or some YouTuber playing it. So I don't really think I know of a whole lot of them. I'm thinking more along the lines of like this kind of puzzle game than I am like something like Professor Layton, like I brought up yesterday. That's a puzzle game, but it's almost a different type of puzzle game altogether. Wow, okay, I really fucked myself there. Oh my god, I am getting some fucking really bad stuff to work with right now. Ugh. Gotta love when Tetris decides that you don't deserve to have decent blocks and that your stacking is just going to fucking fall apart on you and get screwed over. Makes you a giant target for anybody paying attention to. Only thing I can think of are like actually like the Pokemon puzzle games. I know there's like Cookie Clicker, if that is, I don't know if that even qualifies as puzzle though. I think most of the puzzle games I've heard about are all like mobile games. I know there's Bejeweled, that's the only one that's coming to mind though. I can't think of any big name ones that are like a huge franchise. Oh well, whatever I guess. Actually just a little bit lost in thought for a moment, so give me some time. I'm like thinking about some other stuff to talk about. I think I remember seeing something on the Nintendo Switch sub. I'm actually have to double check that and see if there's something newsworthy, because I swear I saw some good stuff. Only thing I remember was looking and seeing some stuff where more Animal Crossing stuff was released though. Basically showing off like a bunch of like screenshots and showing some of the villagers, so kind of neat seeing that. Some weird designs for new villagers. One of them was a fucking clown and it looks a little on the weird side. I don't think I'd like that very much. Having that as one of my villagers doesn't matter too much. I don't know. I don't even find clowns like that creepy. I know there's a phobia of clowns, but I'm not afraid of clowns. Doesn't mean there aren't some ways the clowns can be creepy, especially if you watch the wrong movie like It. I still remember like seeing like previews of the old It back in a long time ago when I was a kid. Not like the reboot. I mean, I haven't seen the reboot. I don't know exactly how different or how good it is. God, Hollywood does like way too many reboots actually. There's like so many fucking movies that do not need reboots to get at them anyway, because somebody wants an easy way to make money, so they go for the first reboot they can get the rights to and get money to produce, because it's like a quick way to test their skills. It's like, please stop, make a new movie. We've had enough reboots. You want to do something with an existing franchise, make something brand new. I don't feel like we need to get all these reboots. I'm not even sure if this qualifies, but I can say whoever's bright idea it was to like making a Cats was like, yeah, just why? You made one of the dumbest looking and probably one of the creepiest looking movies of the century. And everybody who reviews it kind of clues in that it's just as bad as it looks. to watch that when it comes out on DVD just to like see the sheer shock factor of how bad it is. I was considering going to see it in theaters. I just missed out on my chance to, I think. Oh shit. I'm dead. Oh well, whatever. Hold on a second. Is chat working? No messages for a while. Yeah, okay, I guess it is. Alright. Just checking. Actually... Oh yeah, that's right. I said I was gonna check on the Nintendo Switch subreddit. Give me a second or two. I'm gonna, like, check for the new stuff in case I did miss something. I'd like to do this anyway, and it's fun talking about, like, what's going on and seeing different stuff here. Let me see here. I'm just seeing mostly fan art, actually. That's a problem I have with the sub, is it's like, you see, like, tons of fan art and trying to, like, look for anything meaningful, especially if it's, like, news, is not easy. Doesn't feel like they moderate it too much. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like good fan art, but it gets fucking overboard sometimes, and then reading it's a pain. I don't know. And like I've been seeing the same complaint come out of that sub about like people like talking about like technical problems, but the difference is that unless people make like a fuss about issues like that, then it's never gonna get resolved. So kind of have to continually keep bringing these back up and keep trying to get more attention for them. Unless you want Nintendo to just ignore us and assume that it's not worth fixing. Like how Joy-Con drift is still a thing despite being several months where there's a problem and it hasn't been resolved yet. I've been afraid to buy new Joy-Cons because of that. And all my playtime is mostly in docked. Because I don't want to risk my games being controlled by my fucking an analog stick not doing what I tell it to. It really does feel like there's like higher quality control with some of Nintendo's older consoles. Sure, there was like some problems like... I'm not gonna say I've never had issues with my stuff like N64 or my SNES, but I mean, those were always a lot easier to get rid of, and like they'd fixed easier. Like when there was a problem with my controllers back then, the go-to solution was to unplug it and plug it back in, and 99% of the time it would work. Even if I had to do it like a few times, it would sort itself out after a little bit. Obviously, with controllers, with the wireless setup, that's not really something you can do. Funny, I had similar problems I can remember on Wii actually, but literally just taking out the nunchuck or like resyncing it usually got the problem to go away. Some lead Switch that I can say I remember having serious drift problems with my controller. But it's such a stupid bug to have like unfixed too. There's nothing more that infuriates me in a game than not having proper control over my character and controller just doing whatever the fuck it wants to. All because of lazy, cheap design that hasn't been fixed yet either. I'm sure they didn't know about the problem when they made the Switch Lite, but like, there's more than enough time by now that they could update existing Joy-Con, like for their new production, to make sure the problem is fixed. And yet I really doubt that they bothered. Hold on a second, I'm about to switch back over to my chat, but I haven't read it in a bit, and I apologize if anybody's like been waiting on me to answer something they asked. I just haven't really had like when I felt like a free moment to fix this. Oops. Oh, that's bad. Did not need a little longer than I realized here. Can't talk right now, sorry, I need concentration. This is why I don't stream Tetris, really. Fine. Oh, no, 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 this is going extremely haywire. Can't get 2 seconds to fix things. Okay, I mean, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, okay, sorry about that. I just had to, like, put myself into full concentration mode because I was getting assaulted constantly with, like, no breathing room to look away from the screen. Let's see. So there was one thing I noticed here, didn't really see much, but I mean, basically, No More Heroes update, nothing amazing, but they did update things, and we now have a boss theme called Dead Orca Force. I don't know what the hell that's about. Probably got something to do with the overarching plot of the game. And Game Freak apparently moved to a new building. I think people are like speculating that Nintendo might be getting tighter control over Game Freak, which I feel like would actually be very beneficial for Pokemon if that happens. Obviously, no way to really know. There wasn't much newsworthy, I just wanted to double check. Whenever there is, like, there's always usually something fun to talk about for a little bit, so it's worth the risk of checking in and, like, seeing. God, I wish I had better capacity for, like, being able to read the chat and play multiplayer games easier. I always have this problem if it's anything like Mario Kart or, like, this or Smash. Those games always have to be the kind of games where if I peel my eyes away too long, I end up losing. I'm not looking at the screen, and I'm not as good at Smash as some people are, so I have to pay every bit of attention I can to the chat to make sure I don't get my ass kicked by somebody better. I'm sure some of you guys can relate. The Smash community makes it difficult to win games sometimes. Fun game, but entering and learning Smash can be a really difficult process, even for somebody who's still, like, well versed in Smash already and trying to learn new stuff. This is bad. This is where the moment I started panicking and fucking up too much, I already knew things were gonna go bad if I wasn't careful, and here we are right now. And this fucking game is giving me, like, trashy blocks to work with too, so I can only blame myself for this part here. Fuck. How's everything going through and stream fine, just checking. No messages, didn't read. I'm guessing you're still on your road trip, Wayne. Fuck. I had something I want to talk about. I'm not actually sure. The problem is I don't know how exactly to word this. We talked about YouTube videos a little yesterday. Figured now might be an okay time to bring that back up. So anybody seen like anything really good YouTube-wise on like their recommended feed or just any really good new videos from anybody? Just curious. I haven't been super active checking YouTube. I mean, I still like to look, but I'm not as active with YouTube as I used to be. I used to be on it a lot more consistently and a lot more often. Nowadays, I use YouTube a lot less. Do it when I'm really bored. But because of the fact it seems like a lot of people have gotten like, well, they upload less than they used to, I should say, I guess, and pretty noticeable, causes me to not really care to check as much as I usually expect. Nobody will have anything up unless they have like a regular upload schedule that I can keep up with, like how Donkey usually does like once a week videos. That's not too hard to follow. Since we went on the topic about YouTubers and like YouTube schedules, I've got to say I kind of hate how JonTron just goes on like breaks, just like no updates at all, and just completely silent without any warning. I mean, I like his content a lot, and I don't mind him taking a break, but I really would like it more if we could like know when there's going to be like an absent period and when he's going to do stuff. It's been something that's always been part of the channel at this point, but like, doesn't mean I wouldn't like more communication. No, if we're about to be waiting on another season of JonTron, waiting quite some time or not, that extra layer of talking to people would be that much more to like probably make people feel like they're not missing out and like just waiting for nothing to happen. Okay, I don't even know what the fuck happened there. I wasn't even like actually aiming for kills and I already got 2 people. Fine by me though. Okay, I gotta shut up. This is getting bad. I want to talk, but right now I'm actually looking like I'm in a pickle. God, I have to be so fucking overly analytical, like looking at places to place my blocks in Tetris. No other game ever gets this kind of gameplay out of me. I'm like observing every inch of the screen at all times, whereas other games I can kind of like relax and just look at whatever and like even half focus at times, even on some of the multiplayer games I talked about. Whereas this, you don't get that opportunity. Not a lot of games I can think of that do that. I'm sure I've played others, I just don't remember. Alright, we're hanging in there. We can do this, I think. I don't know if I can win this, but I'm pretty sure we can get to top 10 at least. Maybe the best I've done on Tetris all stream. I love this game. It'd be nice to have a win in it for, like, one occasion. I know it's like a weird thing to say, but, like, I feel like I do worse when I'm playing games on stream. Like, I guess I get feeling pressured and then fuck up as I'm, like, playing. Worrying about people watching. I try not to, but I mean, try to make your gameplay decent for the fact there's, like, an audience. Normally it just fucking backfires, though. Not intentional. I think it's more of a thing that just happens subconsciously. Oh shit! Why? I am so fucked. Yeah, there's no way out of this now. Might as well just accept that I'm done. I'll do my best to keep this going. Actually, wait. Nah, I was gonna say maybe I could, like, salvage it somehow. Doesn't look possible, though. What in the fuck? I'm not even, like, actually getting a lot of time to decide my stuff, and it's somehow working with me just accidentally letting it fall in the wrong slots. Something I find I've never really seen in any other game, how fucking unconscious decisions you're making in Tetris fucking sometimes don't even, like, hurt you and end up helping your gameplay out in the end. I'm dead. Okay, that wasn't bad. That was pretty damn good. My play actually went really well near the end there. He said, hey, it's good. Wait, hold on. And stuff there in Discord. So, how did you like it? Did you like the food there? I'm just curious. It's probably varying depending on place, but I mean, frankly, Popeyes is one of my favorites. They have really good chicken. Not my absolute favorite place to go for chicken, but it's still good. Really, you did ask for the spicy chicken, right? Like, getting like 2 to 3 piece meals, usually what I go for. It's good stuff, honestly. The sandwich is good, yeah. The sandwich is hard to go with, and hard to go wrong with, too. Alright, last round. I doubt we're gonna win. In fact, I doubt we're going to even remotely surpass the last session, but I mean, who knows, maybe. Whenever I travel, I'm gonna have to make, like, a list of, like, places I want to go to. I think I already had, like, an idea of, like, where I wanted to dine at when I was going around in LA back on my trip for E3 quite a few years ago. That was fun. I'm not always the best at those kind of things, but I was able to get things done pretty well, and I was a little worried because I suck with directions, but I got around fair enough, and the restaurants were great. I like traveling when I, like, know what I'm getting into. I hate getting out in, like, really big cities, but sometimes it can be kind of fun to do that stuff. And I do like seeing, like, new places. I think I've had a lot of bad memories from road trips I didn't want to go on with my parents, and because I had to show those animals that I didn't want to show, that probably soured traveling for me quite a bit and made it a lot less fun. I think I'm gonna save up some money next year and try to see if I can go somewhere on a trip. I don't know where. Might see how much it costs to go down to Florida, because I've always wanted to check it out. And I mentioned before on stream I wanted to go to college in Florida, like, some time ago. Be a fun trip to, like, actually go down and check the place out, see all the sights, and maybe even visit that place, even though I know I can't go to college there now. It's like way too late. I don't have the money for it, but I mean, still be fun to like look and see the place, I guess. I have a lot of places I'd like to visit. I'd like to take like an international trip out of the country at some point. I don't know where I would go. Maybe France, maybe Italy, something like that. Wanted to visit Japan a few times too and never really bothered, but I mean, that'd be up there on the list too if I had interested to do that sometime in the future. Maybe that'd be one of my destination choices I'd choose from. I don't know. There's a lot of decision making for that kind of stuff too. So you have to like put a decent amount of thought into what you're doing. It's fun though. I'm not sure what I'd say my favorite places to visit are. I do like when I get to go visit my older brother though, because he lives in a pretty nice place. He lives in this town called Waco. For record, I live in Texas, so that's Waco, Texas. But yeah, we check out the places around there. I haven't seen a lot of it. I've seen quite a bit though. I've been down there a few times. It's nice visiting it, honestly. Really like the sights there. Seems like a nice place. I haven't considered moving there, but I don't know. It'd be a little costly, and I mean, I don't know if I'd have the ability to move anytime soon, even if I wanted to. Alright, time to shut up and focus. We're actually getting into a bit of a rough spot right now. Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay, whatever, that's fine. This is a good stop and good stopping point for where I'm at. It's going on for quite a while. Hi there, Satboy Jr. Welcome to the stream, I would say, but I mean, I'm actually stopping right now, so came in a little bit late. Thanks for bothering anyway, though. It was fun hanging out. I enjoyed the stream. Could have been a little better, but this is good. I was going to be doing like 2 hours. I think I'm going to just say it's fine at 1 hour, though. Things went pretty alright. Could have gone better. It was fun, though. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I enjoyed myself. I'm going to be off now. Probably just going to chill out while I wait till it hits like roughly 5 o'clock and then go out shopping since I've got plans to go out to Walmart anyway. I may not be online tomorrow either. It depends. I have intent to do some house cleaning and I haven't done it yet, so I need to make some time for that, and I want to try to get my Tetris score up to 2,000 just for the sake of trying to win one of the prizes. Anyway, see you guys later, like I said. Hope you have a great day. Bye, everyone. See you soon.